What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988, coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about an upcoming game called Overwatch and its reaction to political correctness on the internet. Now, this is a hot button issue, but as always, I'm going to try to stay neutral and shoot right down the middle and talk about both sides of this thing in the hopes that we can learn from each other, and at the end, I'll offer my own opinion. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the game Overwatch, it is a game being developed by Blizzard Entertainment, which is owned by Activision. It is an arena shooter fairly similar to Team Fortress 2, if the developers of the original Team Fortress 2 did a bunch of crack and then designed a new game, they would design Overwatch. Since Overwatch's inception, they have had the desire to create a very diverse cast of characters in their game, and they have successfully done that. The current build has a talking monkey, it has young people and old people, men and women evenly split. It's got characters who are little sexual characters who are non-sexualized. It has characters that look even like me. There's a big fat character in the game, and it feels wonderful being represented in a video game. Thank you guys for that. This team is so dedicated to diversity that they created a character that they thought would please some of their harshest critics. A character with a diverse body style and a diverse hairstyle in the hopes that people who are generally very critical could find themselves represented within the game. And you can see her pictured here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out exactly the way I think the team hoped that it would, because many people who were pleased with her diverse body type and diverse hairstyle were not pleased with the fact that she fit a kind of Russian stereotype. It's really hard to get these kinds of things right, though. Now, Overwatch finds itself the subject of more criticism, this time based around one of their characters by the name of Tracer. Now, the character Tracer is this time-traveling chick who can move a little bit forward and a little bit backwards in time, and her powers in the game represented thusly. On top of that, her characteristics are being very young, very spunky, a very happy and fun, free-loving, murdering psychopath. Now, ever since Tracer's reveal, a lot of people don't realize she's been the subject of some controversy. Many people feel that her skin-tight suit is overly sexualized. They feel that the shape of her body is unobtainable. And overall, she's been a thorn in the side of some people on the internet ever since she was revealed. Fortunately, not everybody feels that way, because I have seen her cosplayed several times. I've seen her cosplayed more than any other character from Overwatch, and I love the fact that young people and older people alike can identify with the character and love her so much that they'll dress up as her. Now, a new controversy about Tracer started yesterday with a forum post by a Battle.net user who said that they felt that this pose pictured here was over-sexualized and inappropriate for Tracer's character. Now, the post does praise Overwatch for having a very strong and diverse female cast, and you can see them all pictured here, but it does explain that they feel that Tracer is the young, spunky character and does not need to be sexualized in any way. And this conversation on the forums actually stayed pretty much on the rails for a good while until it leaked out outside of the forums. That's when the controversy really began. A lot of people on the internet felt that the person who made the post was being a bit of a Puritan. They pointed out the fact that it was not really a sexualized pose just because it showed the butt. And in fact, this was probably a placeholder pose in place for a lot of different characters, because a lot of characters did the over-the-shoulder look at my butt pose. And you can see that pictured here. Other people went on to say that what's wrong with sexualizing Tracer? Probably she's a sexual creature since she's human, and most humans are. That she does have a butt. There's no reason to hide that butt. There's no reason that she can't show it off. If that's what the designers want to do, that's what they should do. Well, it turns out what the creators of the game wanted to do was to not sexualize Tracer. They decided to change the game for what they consider to be the better and remove the pose. Jeff Kaplan wrote on the forums, "We'll replace the pose. We want everyone to feel strong and heroic in our community. The last thing we want to do is make someone feel uncomfortable, underappreciated, or misrepresented." And this, ladies and gentlemen, is when things went completely off the rails, because this civil conversation on the forums turned very, very dirty. The conversation on Twitter and elsewhere got completely out of hand, and it was us versus them all over again. Now, Jeff Kaplan made another post to the forums to try to stop the violence. He tried to explain that they already had another pose waiting in the wings for Tracer. It was an easy decision to replace it, that they wanted the people to feel comfortable as well, but they did not want to give up anything in their game design. Obviously, I don't think he would want to change Widowmaker, who's a very sexualized character, and they probably would not give in to that. But when it comes to Tracer, this unnecessary thing that could offend some people was easy to change. Fortunately, this post has done nothing to change the minds of some people that feel that gaming is under a constant barrage from Puritans who want to censor gaming. Over the past few years, gaming has been the target of criticism from some very vocal people who feel that sexuality is not welcome in gaming, that women should not be represented as winnable or sexual objects in games. They want to change gaming right at the roots, right at the developers, right at places like Blizzard, and they felt that Blizzard kowtowed to those people today, giving them yet another victory. Now, in my personal opinion, I really feel that Jeff and those guys should be able to create whatever game they wanted to create. If they want Widowmaker to be a very sexual character, they should be. If they want Tracer to be sexual and young or young and non-sexual, that's their prerogative too. Whatever they want to do, they should do. And in this particular case, I do believe that the team has done what they wanted to do. They've always had the decision and the desire to create a very diverse game, a very welcoming game with a diverse cast of characters that made everyone feel welcome and representative. I think that's something they wanted to do from the get-go. And so listening to their critics here and making a change that would make more people feel welcome was the right choice for them. But if the design of the character or the design of the game was to create sexualized female characters, and that's what they wanted to do, they should have every right to do that. And if the off chance that I'm wrong here, and they were forced to make this change, that sucks. It sucks for gaming as a whole. It sucks for us players. It sucks for women. It just sucks overall. Because I personally feel that it is important to create games that have non-sexualized women and maybe don't have as much violence or don't have as much of the different things that I love so very much. Create diverse games so that you capture a diverse audience so we can get the whole damn world gaming. But I also feel that it is equally important to have sexualized male and female characters, sex scenes in games, ultra-violent games, games that hold on to the things that gaming is known for and also recreates them and redoes them in diverse and interesting ways that keeps everybody entertained. If I like sex in my video games, and I do, I should still be able to access that. I should have some games that are sexualized. But not every game has to be sexy, and not every game has to be violent, and it's okay to have some of each. And for me, Overwatch doesn't have to be a game with sexuality in it, especially if the designers don't want it to. Even things that hint at sexuality. One of my favorite games right now to play is Garden Warfare 2, and I dare you to try to find one of those plants sexy. But at the same time, I don't find sexualized video games offensive, and I think the people that do need to realize that people like me exist. I love me some sexy video games, and I love me some violent video games, and I love having sex with prostitutes in GTA 5, and I love committing fatalities in Mortal Kombat X, and nothing you can do is going to stop me from enjoying that, so please don't try. Because we're often talking about diversity, and when we do, we're often talking about body shape or size, sexual orientation, nationality, or ethnicity, but I think there's another type of diversity to consider. Because there is nothing in the world more diverse than human taste. All kinds of people like all kinds of different things. Different cultures like different stuff. Different religions like different stuff. And different people like different things. And I believe that books already cater to that. I already think music already caters to that. I already think movies cater to that. And I think video games should continue to cater to that as well. In fact, they should broaden their audience a little bit by creating more games that are family friendly like Overwatch. Because here's the thing. I've never gotten upset when they created inclusive content. I don't care when they make a female lead. I don't care when they create a diverse cast. Very, very few people actually care about that. And I'm asking you to stop caring when they create a sexy game for me. When they create DOA volleyball for me and they got a bunch of big floppy boobs in it, let me play it. But hey, that's just one man's opinion, and hell, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a white cis male's opinion. I've even got the neck beard. So I'm probably wrong, but I wanted to share that opinion with you guys anyway. Guys, I love you very much. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak with you again. Don't forget, subscribe, like, do all that stuff if you want to. You never have to, but it helps. See ya.